What's up, guys?
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing good. We are back with Kid Got Your Ticket with our podcast,
Sponsored by.
The Rona. The Rona is sponsored, but it provides nothing.
Quarantine
Quarantine
time.
time. It is quarantine time in the big MIA. Today we had the Blue Angels fly over.
That's right. Wasn't that dope?
It was amazing. It was amazing. We were expecting to see it more to our west, but they out of nowhere, they just flew right over.
Right over our house. It was so nice to see.
Check it out. We put it on our Instagram. Kid Got
That's
Your
right.
Ticket. So if you guys want to see where it flew over, that's me in the background.
That's me in the background.
The voice over. It's that was awesome. That was awesome. That was
Yeah,
exciting.
everybody was actually thanking you or commending you on how awesome you were as the background voice.
Yeah.
You did make it sound super exciting, but it was
exciting. I was excited to see the Blue Angels fly over our house.
feeling that power go right across
I-
5 machines.
I wasn't expecting it for him to actually fly over us.
That's right.
I was
That's true.
expecting to actually see it
But
like
we
off to the
called
side.
it. But we called it.
And
We
then all
said
of a sudden it just flew right over us.
we said watch it fly right over us, and they were on time.
Yeah, right on time. Yeah, they're on schedule.
They were. I went, whoa, really nice, really. And underneath you could see it said U.S. Navy.
U.S. Navy.
That was pretty dope.
Yep. It was a great time. It was a great time. We were up in the roof and we got a chance to do another thing. I cleaned my gutters. Right, while I was up there, and then once the Blue Angels show finished, I was finished cleaning the gutters. I swept all that debris out, and now it should be clean.
That's right. No, it should. It was. So that's good. But something pretty interesting. Finally, there's states are opening up slowly but surely, and then Miami. Well, not Miami, but the state of Florida is actually going to be releasing or relaxing some of its restrictions
When?
on the 18th of May.
10
However,
days.
they only are restricting that we know of because they haven't said who or what is going to be restaurants so far.
So they'll be allowed to open restaurants.
Yeah, so you can
But
go.
not in Miami-Dade or Miami-Dade too?
No, not I don't think Miami-Dade.
Just Florida.
Yes, I know they're going to be doing well, not just Florida, but Florida except Palm Beach has higher restrictions. Broward has higher restrictions, and then of course Miami-Dade has higher restrictions. And I'm assuming because of the amount of cases that we have, I guess are higher than the northern portion of Florida.
Some cities should open up before others. They have a less population makes it less likely to spread the virus. Cities that have more condensed people, they should take longer to open just because of the higher population of people.
No, yeah, but the thing is that, like, let's say, like, us here, right? We're a small little city that we live in. What happens if our small little city opens? What happens to the like nail salons? Let's say barber shops, I don't know, restaurants. Don't you think everybody from the neighboring neighborhoods are gonna start rushing in to get the services?
Of course.
So
And then bring, because we're a small city within a big county,
Yes.
which is Miami-Dade County.
So that's gonna bring in exposure chances of being exposed to different things.
What can work is that Miami-Dade County can open, but Palmetto or the city that you live in, if you live in within one of those cities like Coral Gables, Doral, something, they can choose to remain closed.
Yes, and then they did say that the mayor or the village has, or the county, whatever, has the right to have stricter laws, not less stricter. So if they're saying restaurants and this and that can be open, great. But if they want to add something else, even if they did say that restaurants can open, if they want to say no, I don't think we're ready for restaurants, they can do that. So yeah, stricter, but they can be less strict.
Yeah. No,
So
they can be less.
not say restaurants and then also daycares and kid activities.
Are they going to open up too?
No, they haven't mentioned anything. And wouldn't that be what phase would we be in? Phase 1 or phase 2?
This will be phase 1. And then we just started phase 1. I believe, already. Some throughout Florida.
Okay, that's right. That's right. And now phase two is
Phase
gonna
two,
be
restaurants.
restaurants. I think nail
Yeah,
salons and hair and barbershops
for people to hair salons and barbershops and stuff like that.
and nail
How
salons.
about gyms?
No, gyms looks like it's gonna be something towards the end. But you know what I find weird? We're gonna be opening up restaurants. Isn't restaurants a place where you can definitely get it? Your mouth is continuously open.
You have to take off your mask to eat.
You're slopping food and talking while you're eating. Come on, guys. I mean, let's be honest. You can be proper and polite and be as awesome as you are and chew with your mouth closed, but every so often they're gonna ask that one question that you want to answer faster than what you're chewing.
But are they going to have to create some sort of like plexiglass system that goes around the table? So when you eat, the aerosols as you're drinking, as you're having a good conversation and you laugh.
Probably.
Are they going to have divides, or are they going to have to? Is there a test that has to get done? Do you have to walk around with something to let people know you're not?
I did read an article. I didn't check
Carrying?
and see. I didn't check and see if it was valid or not. But I did read an article, and the article was saying that what was it? That there's going to be a county that's going to try out those bracelets, where if you come in contact with someone who's gotten COVID, they will automatically let you know so that you can go ahead and self isolate. So, I think it's coming.
Like, how else can they check? So people might come in and say, "We're gonna check the body temperature, and if it's 100 degrees, they can't come in." But what about if they're asymptomatic?
And there is
then-
no
and they're
no,
not- So a fever,
symptom.
is one of the symptoms, but it's not the main symptom.
Exactly.
They have a couple of symptoms. So how about if they're not going through that symptom right now, and they still go in, and they infect more people?
Then that's where we're gonna lean against the whole process of
They need some
thought
they
that-
need some sort of test, like a swab of the mouth, and it doesn't have to go all the way down your nose, because man, you're going to go out to eat. Yeah, I got to get swabbed. You know.
you gotta get a 15-minute blood test before you go out to the public. I don't know. The only thing I do know is that this virus really brought a number in to a lot of expenses for businesses, and it's causing havoc. It's causing havoc with small businesses. It's causing havoc with people trying to stay afloat, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. And there's always a silver lining to everything. There's always a better day, but right now these storms are pretty tough for a lot of people.
Yep.
Not everybody, because many people are still working.
Many people never stop working.
Exactly.
But
So
how many people do we know that have just continued working? Their job was not affected at all.
yeah,
If you're laying lines, electrical lines,
you're working.
you're not with anybody. You're by yourself. So yeah, you can continue working.
Yeah, look at the inspectors we know. They're
Yeah.
inspectors, and they
Inspectors
go
are
to
still- They're still going. I watched the roof be changed. Roofers are still working.
roofers are still working.
Yeah.
And because it's outdoors, I think that it's less less
Landscapers still working.
still working.
Right? There's people that they haven't missed a beat. This has not affected them.
At
They're
all.
still going.
And then, you know what I found super, super freaking interesting? Because you're awesome and you always like to make our weekends incredible. Was that you said that there's going to actually be a UFC fight coming up.
There is a UFC fight coming up this Saturday.
I found that to be pretty interesting.
Everybody got tested. I saw all the fighters getting the nose test, where they stick it down your nostril, and it kind of hits somewhere in this
Your
nasal
sinuses,
cavity.
Yeah.
And they swab a few seconds. I think it's like 10 seconds. They swab in there, and then they pull it out, and the test comes back. But that's only if you're positive. That test is
At
only
that moment.
At that moment, if you're positive.
So if you get asymptomatic
If you're asymptomatic, you have no symptoms.
and you have no symptoms,
they're gonna check you.
they check you and it's still coming. But
And if both of you guys are clean, both of you guys are good, you guys can go fight. You guys are not gonna infect anybody.
if they're asymptomatic, they're gonna affect everybody.
They won't be allowed to fight.
How will they know that test is not gonna tell them if they have it or not?
The test is going to tell them if they have it.
Even if they're
Yes.
asymptomatic.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, that's the main test right now. There is like blood test, but that takes a few minutes, but that only shows antibodies.
So that means that you got it already, you fought it, your body
Yeah.
grew antibodies, and you're ready to rumble.
The swab in your nose is to know if you're
At
currently
that moment.
active, if you have the coronavirus, and if you do, you at that moment you have to be isolated.
Yeah.
If you have the antibodies or you don't,
But how about if the person already got the virus on them, they still haven't gotten sick
no swab-
yet? The no
the
swab will tell?
yes,
Okay.
the
Oh,
no
that's
swab,
pretty dope.
the no swab tells.
I still don't trust. But then again, they are saying also that 70% of the world's population has to get infected in order for this virus to die.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
And 98% of the population is, or that 98% of the people that get it are totally fine.
98 or 80, or is it less? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
the numbers.
think it's like 98%.
Wow. Okay.
Like they come out of it.
Yeah,
good.
some get it harder than others.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
not just like the flu, guys. When I say, I'm just saying that it behaves in the same manner as the flu. You catch it like the flu. It messes up the body a lot more than the flu, but it's similar.
But it's scary times, man. It's scary times because you have so many people out of work.
Yeah, that
You have now restrictions when you buy food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just changes things around, and there's a lot of people out there that cannot go back to work. Like we also know people that haven't been able to get back to work, and it's
and some
really,
of them have closed their doors for good.
Yeah, they've closed it. They shut down the doors. They couldn't keep up. How do you? It's a small business. It's like the heart of America is the one that got hit the hardest. America got a heart attack, and right now we're trying to recover from it because parts of the body's still going to work fine. Like, certain people's lives didn't get affected. Some people get a heart attack and their fans still work and everything. It's totally fine. Just they have to recover. They have to maybe learn how to speak again, depending on how it affects you, if it's a stroke or whatnot, But America had a heart attack or a stroke. And the heart of America, which is the blue collar, the people that go out there and they work and they own small businesses, they got affected because they're the ones that can't open. Only the big stores, supermarkets, Amazon, huge companies, banks.
Yeah,
They didn't miss a beat. They're still working.
Yes.
A lot of places like that.
There is a lot of places, but like you said, the ones who got affected the hardest are those who are entrepreneurs, self-employed, and entrepreneurs, and
if they're in the service
small
industry,
businesses,
if they're in the service industry, like for instance us, that we cater to having people walk through our doors through our martial arts academy.
That's right.
Yeah, there's nobody walking into the doors. They're not allowed.
I know.
They're not allowed. Even if they wanted to, they're not allowed.
They're not.
And that's not just me. I'm talking about that's also gyms, that's daycares, that's yoga.
And I've read on my Facebook, there's a lot of people that are very, very interested in just kind of going back to normal.
A lot of people.
I've seen a lot of people very confident, which I think it's cool.
Now here's the thing,
because we could get back to normal faster.
So people want to get back to normal. Excellent. That's fine. But if the world is ready to get back to normal, but schools are not,
then the world's not ready to get back to normal.
Because if they don't open up schools,
then what do the poor parents do?
What do the parents do that need to go to work and they can leave? Now, the kindergartner, the first grader, they can't stay home alone. They can't stay home alone.
That's right.
So if schools don't open, now I assume that in smaller towns, schools are going to open because you only have maybe 15 kids in a classroom.
Yeah.
You can separate
You can do social distancing in a classroom.
Big metropolises like Miami, New York, Chicago, LA, Boston, Atlanta.
What are they going to do?
you have 25 kids in a classroom, 28 kids in a classroom, 30 kids in a classroom.
They keep saying they're gonna be segmenting the time schedules, and that kids are gonna
Perfect.
be walking one way through the hallways and other kids other ways, and
So they're gonna change the time for kids to go to school. So some kids will go to school in the morning, some kids will go to school in the afternoon. What happens if the kid that goes to school in the afternoon and stays home in the morning, the parent has to go to work in the morning?
yes, it all depends on the age. If the kid could stay alone by themselves, unless there's some virtual
they're-
babysitting.
If can virtual babysit a 4-year-old?
Not a 4-year-old, but an 8-year-old you can,
You could.
and a 9-year-old, and a 10. Maybe
Yeah,
that's a good business for us to look
but it's
into.
still tough. It's still,
Of course, it's tough.
you know,
It's tough for the parents. It's tough for everybody.
How do you tell a kid through a computer? How about if the kid gets upset and just turns on the computer? His virtual baby, he signed off. He's not coming on. He got upset with me.
Well, we would have to.
I'm just saying.
You would have to find the way to make it.
Can't.
You have to find a way. If that's what you're trying to find, I mean,
I think that a good solution for this would be that since middle schoolers and high schoolers can stay home alone, and elementary schools it's harder for them to stay home alone, middle schoolers and high schoolers do virtual learning,
already.
and they're used to it. They can stay home. They can fend for themselves. They can maybe make themselves a sandwich for themselves. A kindergartner, it's hard for them to do that. They can hurt themselves.
Yeah.
So if you take the middle schoolers and the high schoolers and you keep them home and you do virtual schooling, and then the elementary schoolers, they'll get spread out through all the empty middle schools and high schools. And so like that, there'll be able to be more space. So an elementary school student can be going to high school for elementary school classes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just spread the kids across the board.
And then right there, then you wouldn't have so much issues with especially the elementary ages. But everything's gonna get better. I mean, it has to. It's the law of the land.
Yeah.
You go through your
And
storms.
everybody wants to get better. It's not like it's just one person that doesn't want to get better.
No,
I
everybody
think
does.
Everybody wants to get better.
And everybody wants to be safe, and everybody wants to be protected, and everybody wants to do what they think is best for themselves and their family. And you know what? We wish you the best, and we hope that everything does work out that way, and it will, and we'll get back to normal. I'm excited, kind of in a way, to see what's gonna happen.
How we bounce back?
Yeah, like how is it?
The story
Of how.
We're part of it.
Exactly. How the U.S. came back from the coronavirus pandemic, and how
stronger than ever.
Yeah, we raised up as a nation, and we
brought everybody together.
Exactly. I hope that that's what it is, because only way we're gonna succeed is together, and trying to do things the right way, even if it's a little bit of the hard way, right?
Yep.
But if you do things the right way, you don't have to go back up and play backup and catch up to try to fix whatever's broken at the back end. But on that note, let's try to get into that Friday vibe. That's right. So, what are we planning on doing this weekend? Don't we have something exciting coming up?
Yep, it's Mother's Day weekend.
That's right, but there's something even more exciting. We're going to be doing our first virtual online testing.
That's right. Virtual belt exams are going to be happening Saturday, tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of kids that are super, super excited. So we were trying to figure out how we do this so that it can be fair, it can be fun, and the kids can go ahead and have a good time. And now we with the Zoom that you've been doing, and thank you. My husband's been doing an excellent job keeping up with all our classes at SKC. Thank you for all you do. I know the kids appreciate you. Me and Pollux appreciate you, because you're one of those people still working and making sure that that you're bringing happiness to kids. But thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So so tell me, what do you think? How's this gonna go tomorrow? What are your thoughts?
It's a first time ever happening. So I think it's gonna go great. I think the kids are gonna be excited. I'm sure I'm gonna see a whole bunch of mistakes,
It's
but
normal.
it's normal, and it's okay. It's the hard work that they've been doing. Kids have been getting great sweats. The adults have been getting great workouts. The kid, you know what? I'm making it fun for
Yeah,
everyone.
you are.
Like I'm trying to make it really fun because it's something new, and I think we can take this time to be able to do something where it's not they're not just learning, but they're also being entertained.
Exactly.
You know, because they're already doing virtual school, and I see it sometimes. Sometimes they have fun, sometimes they don't. But you have to be creative. Like it shouldn't be the same thing as school. And I want to create that kind of separation between how school is, and even though it is a karate school that's virtual, but I think we can bring some fun and entertainment and seeing the kids laughing at my silly antics that I do with them.
You make me laugh
You know,
on the
it's fun.
sidelines.
Like I'm very sarcastic with the kids, and I'm glad that the kids know my sense of humor. You know,
Yeah.
because I mess with them, and they never take it like serious. But I mess with them. Like I call them cheaters and stuff. Like you cheating, stop cheating. Right?
Yeah.
But they know I'm just having a good time because I try to trick with them, and you know I want to teach them because if I don't think if I'm not having a good time with them, it'll be harder for them to stay focused and motivated on learning the karate technique. But if they're having a great time, then they're gonna want to do the karate technique better.
I agree with that as well. No, and you are. You're doing a fantastic job. The kids are logging on. They're coming in. We're getting new kids coming in that are participating, and that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. But yeah. So this weekend is another special day. I mean, a special weekend.
Mother's Day, right?
So I am. I'm picking a couple of things that I'd like for Mother's Day. I'm not too big into gifts. But I am really big into having the boys take over on Sunday. So I heard I'm going to have a delicious breakfast. I heard I'm going to have a delicious lunch with a dance. My son already told me we're going to be dancing for Mother's Day. And I got a feeling that I'm going to have a delicious dinner. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I also want a gift that I asked for. So let's see if I get it. I asked for it. The only thing I have to do is go onto Amazon and do some searching.
I know exactly what it is
and
now.
buy what I want.
I know exactly. Let's order it right now.
It's
Come
not more than $30.
here. Let's go right now. Let's order it right now.
You better not order my Mother's Day gift with me here,
Order it right now.
because I will be not happy. What are you doing?
Go to my wish list. See if it's. Oh, it's not there.
Oh, you have watches on your wish list. We already got you a watch.
I know, but that was old. Then let's remove it from there.
We got you that nice white Casio.
Oh yeah, I got the bat. I got a nice one.
I didn't want to get it to you in black again because you already had the black one.
Yep.
It's funny how expensive it is. So for Father's Day, was it Father's? No, not Father's Day. It was for Valentine's Day.
Right there. That's what you want, right?
No,
The 2-piece.
no, I don't want any of that.
It's on the wish list.
I know, but I didn't.
We
put,
usually put the stuff on the
I
wish
didn't
list.
put what I wanted on the wish
You
list.
didn't put it on the. You always tell me to put my stuff on the wish list.
Where's your stuff?
You just made me.
It's not
erase it.
Father's Day.
I know, but I erased it. And when's Father's Day? June?
In June.
I know. I don't want to be greedy and take up the whole wish list.
Do you even remember what I said I wanted?
Yes.
What did I say I wanted? I don't want Crocs. I don't want a crock pot.
Oh no.
Crock pot.
You want a steamer.
I don't want a steamer.
You want a pitadora.
Oh, I want a pressure
pressure
cooker.
I know. Yeah. Sure.
But we have to look it up because I have to make sure the
Look. Pressure cooker.
The thing is made good, and it's
Right there, boom.
I want
Right
one of
there.
those old school
Look at
pressure
it, right
cleaners. It's a 6-quart. I think I need a 12-quart.
What? We got 4-quart and 6-quart.
Okay, is it made in China?
Oh yeah, that's right. If it's made in China, I'm not buying it.
No, we decided our family has made a decision to not purchase any items from China because they lie to us.
Yep, we're not supporting.
Not right now.
Right now, we're gonna keep it American made because I want to be part of the story that makes this country
The best.
the best.
'Cause-
Like it always is. And it always has been.
Yep.
All right, so we gotta look for these.
Yes, I want to
pressure
check,
cookers.
and we're gonna go ahead and get
That one.
me. I have to read on it. I have to make sure. Oh, that's nice. And it's an 8-quart, $228. Debbie.
They even have the ping.
I know you love me, baby. Thank you. I truly appreciate
Alright,
it. But no,
good.
let's find something within the digits because
Alright.
that kind of had too many digits.
This right here, bro. Look, this has how many stars? Look, it's a 6-quart.
How many stars?
A lot. It had a lot of good stars.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to read the. I just don't want it to be made out of Teflon or
made in China.
aluminum
All right.
or made
So-
in China.
So we gotta look at that.
So we have to do a little bit of research.
we'll do
So I wonder what do you think they're going to be doing for their Mother's Day? I mean, there's
Who,
not much we
Chinese?
can. No,
Who?
the Chinese.
Who?
Didn't they get a second wave?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. They're probably at the third now.
I don't know.
Didn't they start back in November? Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's always like you can never get. That's like that friend, you know. China's like that friend that's always lying to you, and you're so kind and naive and so good-hearted that you're like, nah,
Not
not that. You know, he probably forgot. He probably didn't understand. They weren't trying to mess with me. And now I look back and I'm like, no, yeah, they were. Yeah. But then again, you know what? I'm only seeing the story one way. And to be honest with you, the only person who knows the
He
truth.
wasn't there.
Exactly. I'm just, how is that Kermit the Frog saying?
None of my business.
I mean, minding my own business.
Just minding my own business. That's none
I
of
don't
my
know.
business.
That's none
I think
of
they
my
tricked the
business.
world, but that's none of my business.
But we don't know who did the tricking. Remember? Because now another story came out.
Yeah.
So it's like, who? Like it's
It's like they confuse you.
yes, it's
First they make you believe one thing, then no, it wasn't that, it was this, and then when that happens, no, look at it, like, and then you start believing everything.
and then you try to see where the lines fit like a puzzle.
And then but they show you the proof because you can go online, and let's say for instance, there's conspiracy theories, right?
Okay.
You got the 5G network conspiracy theory. Right?
Yes.
That. All right. You can go online and you can find everything to back it up.
Oh, absolutely, that is
But
terrible.
you can also go online and find everything that defends it.
That's right.
And you'd be like, well, it's not that bad. Because I saw this.
Well, it's just gonna make. I'm sorry. Well, it's just gonna make me get a swollen eye for like
swollen
6
eye.
months.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's fine. That's just fine.
If you could lower mine too, please. Yeah, imagine that.
Imagine that, right?
So, what's the real story? That's your job to start going in and looking up. But then the bad thing is that when you do go look up, you still can find things that are gonna prove what you're looking for.
Yeah, because what do you look for? What really caused the coronavirus?
Who
And
would
then
know that answer?
First, Google knows everything. We're gonna ask Google, and then Google just shows you whatever matches the algorithm.
Yeah, or
Coronavirus.
whatever they left.
Coronavirus.
Whatever they left on the web for you to search.
Yeah.
Because supposedly they're restricting searches on the webs too now. Like you can't find anything on holistic. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Anything on holistic things anymore on the web. It's very hard to find. The other day I was looking for like a detox bath, and I usually would look up detox bath, and I would get a nice list of things. Now, I couldn't find one that I had seen recently. I couldn't find it. And I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked.
Do you remember the website?
Yeah, I remember the website. That's how I was able to find it.
Also, but Google won't show it to you.
Google will not show it.
How about if you wasn't looking for the specific keywords like the website name?
Like I was looking for, like I usually do, detox baths. I don't know. Unless they're cleaning up the algorithm. Hey, stop that. How you gonna be, baby?
Oops.
In the middle of a fucking podcast, you open your big ass mouth and yawn. Have I ever told you how sexy you are?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think you're such a cutie pie.
You want to keep this one 30 minutes?
Are you sleepy?
Yeah, I am.
All right, we can.